Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Betrayal at Krondor, and when last we left off, we are pretty close to Yabon, and close by Yabon, we found a scribe that wants us to check the contents of a box that is west of Hawk's Hollow and south of a hill. But before we even think about going closer to Yabon, we need to backtrack, because there were indeed things that I overlooked. I thought this place would be a treasure trove of hidden goodies, and it truly is a treasure trove of hidden goodies. You need to go quite a ways off the path to find them, though. Like, for instance, in these areas here, we could potentially find all manner of things. Not here, though. There's nothing here. But if we were, for instance, to go around this corner, box that I just overlooked. Rough in its construction and banded with iron, the Mortel box would be impossible to open without solving its word lock, and judging by the marks on the face of the chest, others had learned that lesson after much difficulty. Gorath scanned the runes embossed on the Mortel clue plate, its text their only hope of opening the difficult word lock. Silently, he stalks me. Running as I run, creeping as I creep, dressed in black, he disappears at night, only to return with the sun. Doesn't take long to figure out what this one is. Because what always follows you? And what is dressed in black and disappears at night? Your shadow. And in here is a note. And a magical scroll. Scratched out on the scroll in painstakingly lucid detail was a magical spell which had been titled Eyes of Ishap. Now I believe this is a spell you can buy in Lamut. Also, restoratives. Great thing to find there. Also, I clicked the wrong thing there. How much do torches stack? Quite a lot, it would seem. Also, not enough room. Not enough room. Let's get that in a moment after I read this. And you have to double-click to do so. Although he could have wished for better circumstances under which to study it, Owen broke the scroll's wax seal and began to read. After an hour's labouring with the difficult language, he was able to commit the incantation to memory. While the words on the parchment etched indelible patterns in his mind, the scroll grew brittle, then crumbled slowly between his fingers like sun-dried leaves. What does this spell do? Well, first things first, I want to read that note. So, let's put this in again, because it locks magically every time you put those back. Let's read the note, and probably regret it, because it's probably nothing important. The Six have advised the field commander that Gorath of the Ardanian has now moved south. He may be accompanied by a senior of the Krondorian court. Be careful to monitor his activities and take measures where appropriate. Well, they certainly know that we're coming. Now, what does that spell do? Eyes of Ishap. Caster can sense vessels. Ooh, that's probably treasure chests. That's a really cool thing to be able to do. Right, so we found one there. And there isn't one here. But I bet if we head sort of northish, we might be able to find another one. Also, there could very well be one there that I just overlooked. Is there one here? Yep. Rough in its construction and banded with iron, this Mortel lockbox is much like the other one. And I'm amazed I didn't notice it the first time. That's just me being careless. He gets short when he gets old. He goes out when it gets cold. Currently it's a riddles, but I doubt it's a riddles. Sheddles? Theddles? C. Okay, this is a candle. In fact, it gives you some of the letters already. That one's relatively easy. In here? Oh! That's a magically enchanted lamprey. Bless type. Plus number 2, plus 10%. That's really neat. Also, 100 royals. And a note. Okay, let's read the note first. What's the note say? Nighthawks should be advised that the magical traps sent earlier are of an inferior grade and are often unreliable. We have staked out 2 sections of Kingdom Roads to the south of Zun and west of Tirsog to test a new design engineered by the Six. Well, didn't really do that well because we were able to evade those traps. Also, we have a huge amount of stuff here. What can we actually get rid of? We're probably going to have to get rid of these swords. And I say rid of. I could just put them in the boxes and then recover them. Because I'm pretty sure things left in boxes don't disappear. Also, I'm flicking through that needlessly. Forgetting that this is the candle one and thinking that it was the shadow one. There we go. Right, we have some things to grab. Let's put these away. Let's grab this. And those scrolls. This is Stardusk. Okay, that's one we don't have. And that's Flamecast. We already have that one. I'm very curious as to if we can sell scrolls that we already have learned. Right. Let's give you Stardusk. There we go. It has been committed to memory. I'm going to save before I grab the other one, though, because, or rather use it, because I'm very curious as to what using one that you already know does. I doubt it makes it better. Maybe the game won't let me do it. Wrong button. Keep right-clicking when I should be left-clicking. Okay. Owen sighed. Although he was fairly certain when he read the first few lines that he knew the spell, he read it to the end to see if there were any critical variations that might be helpful to him. Finding that it was exactly identical to the spell he already knew, he put the scroll aside. Oh well, he sighed. Perhaps I can find a generous shopkeeper with more use for it than I. Yeah, we're going to sell that. We are absolutely going to sell that. And we're also going to leave those swords there. Got no need for those swords right now, though when we get to Yabon, oh, I might come back for those swords. Is it worth coming back for the swords? Well, to be fair, we do have a huge amount of rations. Huge. Okay, this is where we were before. So let's rest, which gets Locklear pretty much back to where he was health-wise. That's where the scribe is. So we're getting pretty close to the scribe's home. And now we should probably save, because this is unfamiliar territory. Also, how close are we to Yabon? Are we close? We're very close to Yabon. Oh, we absolutely want to go back and get those swords soon. Okay, what is over here? Here seems like a place I'd hide a treasure chest. I mean, I'm not very good at locating them, but now I have a spell that will find them for me. And that's nice. Okay. Oh, hello, ambush. We're set then. Let's hope that we can get the advantage, and I highly hope we can. Okay. We got the advantage. 2 of you, right. Let's start with a flame cast, shall we? Let us begin aggressively. And hit a tree! Oh, flame cast. Okay, move over here, move over here. Where are you two going? You're going there, you're going there. Right. Defend, please. As we have at thee! That was a terrible miss, but that's fine. Okay. You can keep defending. We can keep stab-a-thing. Or trying to. Fine hit there. Fine miss there. As long as you keep defending, we can increase your defense. As long as we keep... Ooh, I'm glad that you managed to dodge that. Fine hit. Miss. You're not doing very well here. And I'm glad for that. Overhead swing. Hey, that was a good one. What about... Aha, good. Excellent! One taken care of. Now, back up. I'd like to get a little bit of experience with Flamecast here, and you know what? This is the perfect opportunity to do so. Just don't hit Locklear. Yay! You didn't hit Locklear! Marvellous. You know what? Just heal that up. And why not just do it again? Maybe you can get the kill. Second hit. And you did get the kill. He was alive. Owen's accuracy casting has increased. First increase to 65%. We did it. Okay, sport rations, those are very worthless. You know what? I'm actually going to leave these things here because they're likely to stay for a long time, and we need to, we definitely need to go to Yabon. Like, Yabon is probably just down here. In fact, I'm pretty sure that is Yabon. Oh, this is Yabon. Okay. We've made it to Yabon. Finally gone full circle, all the way back to the beginning. And you know what this means? We can finally make space by selling all of those Mortel Lampreys that we've been hanging on to for all this time. Also, should probably untick those. Okay, before we do this, though, I need to have Gorath go over every single one of them and double-check that they're as well-repaired as they can be. Yep, that's good, that's good, that's good. Okay, they're probably all pretty well-repaired. Also, repair the one you're currently using. Oh, 98. Oh, that's really good. Okay, we're definitely keeping this one. That one we're keeping. Like, no debate about it. That one we're keeping. Also, okay, we should probably... Let's put this armor on the ground for now, so that we can move this one and this one over, just in case you can fix them. You can. You absolutely can fix them. 98% on both. We are about to make a big amount of money from Lampreys. And Gorath's weapon craft abilities increased. Because of course it did. Now it's at 83%. That's nuts. We're on chapter 1, and it's at 83%. And nobody stole the armor, which I'm glad for. Right! No sooner had we, rung the bell, it's time. Let's sell these Lampreys. For 16 sovereigns for this one. 16 sovereigns for this one. 16 sovereigns for that one. 17 sovereigns. 15 sovereigns. 15 sovereigns. 17 sovereigns. 34 sovereigns for that. What will you give me for this? You've no use for that. Okay. The shell, we should just sell. 2, that's fine. Your inventory is just laden with... Okay, spare arrows. Will you take my arrows? Yes, you will. Good, that is one less inventory thing to worry about. You'll also take my armor, which is wonderful. Will you take the crossbow? 16 sovereigns. I mean, we're gonna be passing Lamut anyway. I feel like saving the crossbow for that point is a great idea. Oh, that greatsword. 780 gold for a greatsword. I feel like getting it now is a really bad idea, though. Like, I feel like getting it now is wasteful, because we might want to spend the gold on other things. We could also get a suit of elven armor here for Owen, but Owen doesn't get into combat very often, so I should probably not. I should probably not. We should definitely haggle, though. We should absolutely haggle. Haggle for everything. Also, these great swords. probably exceptionally powerful. I don't even want to think, by the way, about how much the magic lamprey is worth. It's probably worth a fair bit. I don't know if that magic is permanent, though. It might fade. There isn't enough room for it. Well, you can haggle for it. You can haggle for it until we're done. There is a temptation to buy some elven armor for Owen, but I really feel like the game is going to provide me with some anyway. I really feel like it will. Armorer's hammer. Definitely don't need one of them. And we don't need a whetstone either, but we'll totally haggle for them. Also, the game has these crossbow bolts that I can just haggle for. The ones I just sold. And you want to bet, by the way, we are going back to get those little things that I left behind. Absolutely. It's taken us a long time. Longer than I thought it would, but we have gone completely full circle. We're back at Yabon, but we are so much stronger. So much stronger. Okay, unavailable. Alright. Haggling went up! Yay, haggling! 82%. 82. 50% for you. And 67% for you. More importantly, we have so much more carry capacity. Okay, you don't have a lot of carry capacity. But look at all this extra space we have just lying around. Also, you can now carry that. Also, we have just a spare armorer's hammer. I didn't need to buy another armorer's hammer. I just did because I'm foolish. But we still have 835 sovereigns. Right, let's pop back because we have those bodies to get the loot from. And they weren't far away. There they are! Right. Now I can switch weapon crafting on, because of course, we need to get a little bit better at this. Okay, we have a sword. And we have some armor. You know, you actually have enough capacity to just pick up everything. Except those. You can keep those. Those are terrible. Right. Let's weapon craft up the swords. 95%, 94%. That is nuts. And we can armor craft the armor. With that has 25 uses. That has 3. Okay, this one's about to run out. 79. 90. Armor craft increase. Wonderful. 67%. That is just crazy. Just crazy. Okay, there's one place we can check before we head back to Yabon. And that's here. What is here? Also... the building creaked in a way that made Locklear nervous. You stay out here, he told Owen. Something doesn't feel right about this place. I'm going to take a look around. When he returned a minute later, he had a grim look on his face. What did you find? There was an open chest lying in an empty work table. Looked as though it had been rigged with a system of tripwires and flints. The contents were no doubt explosive. Someone's been up to no good, and we'd best leave before they get back. Well, that's a worrying thing to see. Thingamy set to blow. And a lockbox. In all the world, none can compare to this tiny weaver, his deadly cloth so silky and fair. A trill dry. Nope. A krill dry? Arrel dry. Okay, this is a spider. This one's not hard either. I know they're probably going to get tricky later. This one, relatively straightforward. And in here is a shell. I mean, we can sell that. Couple of royals. Some lockpicks. And a suit of armor. Now, you can't carry that armor, but Lockley can, which means that you can then carry it once we shuffle things around. And this, of course, means more armor crafting, which actually frees up an inventory space for Owen. Don't you mean Gorath? No, I mean Owen, because we'll be using not that one, the one with one use, which means that's gone. And by passing that one over before, we now have one more space here and one more space here. Right, also, gotta switch all this back. Like so. Nothing else here. It's getting dark, so rest up. And head back to Yabon so that we can sell the extra goodies we have. And of course, if we're going back to Yabon, again, by the way, I imagine Delacon's spies are getting very confused that we've pretty much gone full circle, and we may do so again just to check out that box. Yeah, I want to check out that box that we were told about by the scribe. This is probably a very long-winded diversion that leads to a very good reward. I mean, we have the rations. We can afford to. Okay, sell that for 6. Sell that for 7. 3. 3. And 6. I'm going to keep that. I've decided I'm going to keep that, just so that we can sell it at a dedicated location. I have so much money. Okay, I didn't do the thing I actually normally do. I need to do this. If I'm here, I need to haggle. Just need to haggle one more time here before we head back to Lamont. I don't anticipate any problems on the way to Lamont either, because Lamont has been travelled once before, and the game does not respawn encounters. I mean, if it did, you could in theory travel around this place forever, grinding all of your skills until you were at max everything in the first chapter. There being a finite amount of stuff to fight does limit your money, but as you can see, we do have 867 sovereigns. Like, if we just bought rations, we could be here an awfully long time. And that's why I'm not worried about going to the scribe and seeing what reward we get for checking out that chest. It's probably a chest that we haven't looked at. Has to be, really, because it hasn't triggered us succeeding. Maybe the chest doesn't appear until we've actually got that quest. It's not likely. Also, haggle increase. Because of course. Right. That puts us at 83%, which is just mad. And that puts you at 51% and you at 68%. Also need to double check that, yep, you don't have that selected, which is great. And so, when we come back, folks, we're in Yabon! Wait, weren't we at Yabon at the beginning? Yes! But now we're in Yabon after doing a whole circuit. And we might very well do another whole circuit en route back to the scribe, although it's probably... Actually, is it more sensible to do a whole circuit? It wouldn't take us that long, and we do have tons of rations. Something to think about when we actually get to that chest at Hawk's Hollow. We also have Egley and Tanner's to check out in Sarth. So many places! And we're still in Chapter 1. And I bet we can go back to all these places too later. And so, when we come back, folks, going back to Lamont and handing in the ruby that we got from our friend. He didn't know it was stolen, and now we're returning the stolen item. And everything will be okay. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.